Yo, did Paul Russell record his vocals for our album together using the Voice Memos app in his iPhone mic? I'm gonna break it down.
Paul is my dream guy.
What? What does that mean?
Paul is unrealistically good at everything he does. It's like the stories he tells you, it seems like he's making them up, but they're just like very true. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, so what do you do back home? Well, I'm the president of all the frats in the world, so, you know. Also, you, how long you been doing music? I just started yesterday, but tell you what, I record everything on my phone, so I'm a really happy guy, you know? But I don't get the luxury of smiling because I don't have...
Okay. Yo, what's going on? My name is Ruslan, hip-hop artist, creative entrepreneur. This channel exists to encourage, empower, inspire people to live out the king's dream for their life. I got some interesting facts. I got a special video interview exclusive with my man Paul Russell, telling his story, his background, how he got started doing music, battle rap, and how he recorded the majority of our album together right on a device that most of us have in our pockets, the iPhone Voice Memos app. He's gonna break all that down. But listen, before we get into that, if you guys didn't know, my album with Paul Russell via text is coming out this Wednesday, October 10th. This is some of the most creative music I've ever made. And the reason why we keep talking about it is because we need you guys to get behind the record. What that practically looks like is if you pre-order the record on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, or if you pre-order it on our website, kingsdreament.com, maybe get yourself a little merch bundle, you know, who knows. Send me a screenshot, or Paul, send us a screenshot on Instagram of your receipt, and we'll send you the album right now. You get the album early. Why do we want you guys to pre-order the album? Well, because we're indie hip-hop artists, and what that means is when it comes to streaming, most artists get about 1/3 of a penny per streams, which if you're on a major label, you have a huge platform, you have access to multiple playlists, that could work out okay for you. But if you're a small independent boutique artist like us, man, those streams could be a pretty big hit. If a song gets 1 million streams on Spotify, it breaks down to about $3,500. Imagine if a song got 100,000 downloads on iTunes. $7 a pop, right? So if you stream music, that's totally okay. But I would encourage you guys, if you can, for this specific record, man, pre-order that joint. It's only $10 on iTunes. You get a dope merch bundle, all that kind of stuff on kingsdreament.com. But I wanted to show you guys this interview I did with Paul. It's actually a few months old. It's really him telling his story and an opportunity for you to get to know him more, because once you get to know him, you'll probably end up falling in love with this dude. Awesome guy, super smart, brilliant songwriter, creative, producer. He kind of does everything, and he figured out how to use his mic to record on this album, which is crazy because I did all my vocals on a U87 Neumann microphone, $3,000 microphone going through an Avalon 737 preamp compressor. All my geek heads know what that is. He did it all, or not all, he did most of it recorded right on his iPhone, which is crazy. So check out this interview. You've heard Paul Russell on Indie Jones 2. He's on the intro and on Paul's Dime. You also heard Paul on Youth, and you may have stumbled across some of his SoundCloud stuff. Paul, who are you? Introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, what's good? I'm Paul Russell. I am currently a student at Cornell University from Texas originally.
So you're smart.
I guess so.
IQ 140-ish. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Atlanta originally.
Okay.
That's where I grew up until about 4th grade. Then I moved over to Texas.
Random fact, you got an older sister.
Yeah.
And she went to the same high school as Donald Glover?
She did.
That is so weird.
Yes.
So you lived in Atlanta, then you moved over to Dallas. What was that transition like, coming from like Atlanta? Atlanta's known for trap music, you know, real heavy hip hop. Dallas, not so much. What was that transition like for you?
I was not really a big music guy back in the day, like back, 4th grade time. So that wasn't something I was thinking about. But when I moved to another part of Georgia that's like right outside of Atlanta, and it was like more of a white area because I had originally been in an area that was more black people. And then we went to Texas, which was all different from that. And it was also a mostly white area, very suburban.
And how did you start doing music? You said you didn't do music in Atlanta, didn't do music as a kid, not interested. How did you start doing music?
Yeah, so I went to a middle school, and
at that middle school, all the kids were having rap battles in the hallway.
You used to rap battle.
I was so bad at it. I would try. And
I do not take you as a battle rapper.
Yeah, no.
Maybe you and Saga can get in a round.
No, I was the worst kid. Got out of hand because kids would do this all the time. And then the teachers at the school said, you know what, we're done. No more rap battles in the hallways because people were late to class. And so we started doing rap battles in like the bathroom, like all these sneaky areas, but it just wasn't working out. And so everybody who would do these hallway rap battles moved at home and wrote these little songs to each other, and we'd send them out. And like that was something I could do because, you know, I couldn't do it off the dome, but I could write something down. So you guys were doing
stuff at home, and this is what, 9th grade?
Yeah, 8th grade. I mean, I didn't make much music after that, after 8th grade, until my senior year of high school.
And what happened your senior year of high school? You did your first show. What was that whole thing like?
Yeah, so I had a project actually for a class, and it was that I had to just do anything and prove that I learned something from it. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna make some music. And so I wrote like a rap EP and an alternative EP where I was like playing ukulele.
Is this stuff online?
Actually, I think it's off gladly. I think it's off. No. I mean, I sold it for a bit. I made like $200, and to me, like,
he was rich.
Yeah.
It's like,
when you're 17 and you make that money on your own, I was like, wow, this is it.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a show actually with Jet. That was the first
First
show
I
ever.
Jet Trouble.
Yeah. We went to church together. We had a mutual friend who, you know, had a little show at her house, and so I performed. He performed. I think one other guy that we knew performed. And it was dope.
That's your first time doing original music?
First time doing original music.
Now, what about your first time performance? It's a funny story.
My first, so there was a church that I went to in Dallas where my best friend, his dad was the children's pastor there. And so we would hang out in the back offices of the church. And one day I was hanging out and we were just walking around. We ran into the worship pastor there and we were like, yo, what's up, blah, 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 talking to him. And he said that there was this Lecrae song they kept wanting to do, but they didn't have anyone who could rap. And my friend was like, oh yeah, Paul's a rapper.
Paul battle raps in the bathroom.
Yeah. And so he said, you know what, come up on stage and do something. And so I went home, I learned the song.
And your first time performing.
My first time
What was the Lecrae song?
It was Shadows. It was like a David Crowder song with a Lecrae feature.
First time performing, you perform a Lecrae song. That's awesome. So now this record's coming out. I think people are gonna really enjoy it. Funny fact, I recorded all my vocals on a U87 $3,000 microphone through Apple. I got a whole, you could look it up in the description. You did all your vocals on your freaking iPhone.
Oh yeah.
So all you kids at home that are like, oh, I don't have the good equipment, Paul just shut all you guys down. He did this whole record on an iPhone, and we were able to finesse it that if we didn't reveal that fun fact, you guys would probably never know that his. So what do you got your headphones on, you can't even hear yourself.
So what I do is I plug the headphones into the computer,
right?
And then I hold up my phone
so you can hear the beat.
Yeah. And then
you record it.
I record it, and then when it's done, I send it, like I airdrop it to my computer. It's a process.
And then how do you make sure it's lined up? You just eyeball it?
Yeah. And then I listen. I'm like, okay, I gotta move it a little bit. Yeah.
And I'm assuming you're doing some mixing and finessing it.
Yeah. It's not just a blank track.
That's amazing. And can we expect a full-length project from you?
We could.
Here's what it's gonna come down to. Paul goes to Cornell, he's smart. Unlike us full-time rappers, he has options in life, guys. So support this record, tell your friends about it. Follow Paul on Instagram, Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
No. Not my music stuff.
Follow Paul on Instagram. Show him some love, show him some support, because I want to see this full-length record happen from him. He's been talking about the concept, some different ideas he has. So it's really on you guys, because he doesn't have to do music. But if you guys get behind this record, you guys support it, I feel like we might be able to get Paul to do a full-length record, which would be amazing. So, yo, thank you so much for watching this video. Listen, if you liked it, give it a like, but in the comment section, I want to keep the conversation going. I'll encourage Paul to hop in here and maybe get in the comment section with us, but I want to hear from you guys. Have you guys experimented with the iPhone voice memos app? Have you tried recording ambient noise? Have you tried recording just vocals or ideas or anything like that? Because it's actually a really powerful tool when you don't have much. Clearly, Paul has demonstrated that. So if you want to hear the full album, the full record with me and Paul Russell, man, go pre-order that joint, kingsdreament.com/store. or iTunes, Amazon, all that kind of stuff. Send me a screenshot of your receipt through Instagram DM. I'll get you the album early so you can hear these vocals and hear how they compare to contrast to my Neumann U87. My man Kyron, who mastered the album, said I get the greatest mixer award because I was able to blend an iPhone microphone and a U87 microphone, which is a trip. So anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video, man. Make sure you subscribe, notification gang, all that kind of stuff. All right, y'all. Peace.
I can't keep you in check, so tell your mama about the tattoos up to your neck. Go wear a collar if it goes with the burgundy kids. And tell your father that your night out wasn't the best from what I see via text. I can't keep you in check, so tell your mama about the tattoos.